I want to talk about the completely unbuilt Ben Franklin Dam. Now you're probably saying, hold up, this is the Pacific Northwest. Benjamin Franklin has no connection to this region. Why does he get a dam named after him?
The name comes from geography, and the fact that the dam site straddled the border between Benton and Franklin counties. Had it been built, this would have been the fifth run-of-river dam on the Columbia River, directly above Tri-Cities. The dam would have impounded water nearly 50 miles past what we now call Hanford Reach.
But because it was never completed, this is the only gap in the stair-step of dams between Bonneville and the Canadian border.
The dam would have allowed slackwater navigation past the Tri-Cities, past the Hanford site, and all the way to Priest Rapids Dam, which would have been retrofit with a navigation lock of its own.
You can see evidence of the intention to bring barge traffic up to this part of the river through a little detail in the Vernita Bridge.
This remote bridge site is downstream of Priest Rapids and near desert air. To most eyes, it looks like a fairly typical continuous through truss. But when you see it in cross-section, some details emerge. See these mid-span piers? A close inspection reveals that it's not a continuous truss at all.
This bridge was cleverly designed to be retrofit down the road as a vertical lift draw span.
Possibly looking something like this, allowing the center span to raise and lower.
But it wasn't meant to be. While having more clean renewable energy in eastern Washington would be a good thing, the truth is the value proposition for navigation really didn't make a lot of sense.
The vast majority of the cargo hauled on the Columbia and Snake Rivers is grain. Grain that is grown in this region here and shipped downstream to market. But what do they grow up here in central Washington?
Tree fruit.
And it turns out that apples, cherries, and pears don't travel too well by unrefrigerated barge.
Also, we can't forget that this dam site was right next to the Hanford Nuclear Reservation. This is an incredibly important site, with a lot of amazing science and engineering history. But we all know that there's some stuff stored there that's, what's the word? What's what I'm looking for?
So yeah, this might not be the greatest place in the world to artificially raise the water table 80 or 90 feet. Probably best to be left alone.
And so instead of a 12th dam on the Columbia, we have the undammed Hanford Reach. It's home to some of the best Chinook salmon spawning habitat in the state, and tons of other diverse wildlife. Next, let's move out of the federal zone and into the land of inexpensive, locally controlled hydropower. I'm talking about